Goalpariya is a group of regional Indo-Aryan dialects spoken in the present-day Dhubri, Goalpara, Kokrajhar and Bongaigaon districts of the erstwhile undivided Goalpara district of Assam, India. It is prevalent with the Indo-Aryan Kamrupi dialects to its east and North Bengali dialects to its west, amidst a number of Tibeto-Burman speech communities. The basic characteristic of the Goalpariya dialect is that it is a composite one into which words of different concerns and regions have been amalgamated. There are three identified dialects in this group: Eastern, Western and Intermediate. Scholars from Assam associate these dialects with the Assamese language. Chatterjee classifies Western Goalpariya with the North Bengali dialects, and classes all Goalpariya dialects, including Eastern Goalpariya, in Dialects. Region. The Goalpara region is the westernmost part of Brahmaputra Valley. It is bounded in north by Bhutan, on the east by Kamrup region, on the south by Garo Hills of Meghalaya, and on the west by Cooch Behar district, Jalpaiguri district of West Bengal and Rangpur district of Bangladesh. The region has never been a separate political entity. In ancient times it was included Pragjyotisha of Ramayana, Mahabharata and Puranas. Subsequently region formed a part of Kamrupi kingdom. The Ratnapatha division of Kamrupi kingdom included the Goalpara region. Later region became a part of the Kamata kingdom and later a part of Kochava, the domain of Raghudeva and Parikshit Narayana. From 1581 to about 1615, when the Mughals took control over the region and constituted a Sarkar, the British received this region as the Diwani of Bengal in the 18th century, and it became a part of colonial Assam in 1826. Dialects. Virendranath Dutta identifies three main dialects. One he classifies as Eastern Goalpariya, with two sub-varieties, the lects around Abhayapuri and Goalpara towns forming one, and the lects around Krishna, Dudni and Updara forming the other. Locally, the speeches in this region are individually given names Bhabratiya, Bauziya, Namdaniya and Bharathajari. Under Western Goalpariya, Dutta discusses two separate dialects, the lects around Gauripur and the lects around Salkocha. Dutta considers the Salkocha dialect as the intermediate dialect. Background and controversies. The Goalpariya dialects have been subject of much controversy, primarily because they fall on a dialect continuum. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, there was a debate on whether they were dialects of Bengali or Assamese languages. The Irish linguist George Abraham Grierson claimed in his Linguistic Survey of India that the western and southern dialects were Rajbansha, and thus a northern Bengali dialect, and that the eastern dialect was Assamese. He did not find any linguistic uniformity between the Ahom-dominated East Assam and the Goalpara Kamrup region with Bengal. Bengali linguist Sunny T. Kumar Chatterjee also followed this classification in his thesis, adding Western Goalpariya to the northern Bengali dialects. The debate never died down and authors continued to critically examine the nation-building aspects of this debate. Assamese scholars consider Goalpariya as a part of the Assamese dialects, specifically a Western Assamese dialect. The two erstwhile western districts of Assam, Kamrup and Goalpara, possess several local dialects. The Goalpariya dialect is similar to the Rajbansha dialect which evolved under the Koch dynasty, and also similar to Bengali dialects spoken in northern Bengal. The differences between the eastern and western Assamese dialects are wide and range over the whole field of phonology, morphology and, not infrequently, vocabulary. Phonology. The dialects of Goalpara straddle the Assamese-Bengali language divides and display features from both languages. Though the phonemes in the eastern dialects approach those of Assamese, the western dialect approach those of Bengali. The distinctive velar fricative x present in Assamese is present in the eastern dialect but absent in the western dialect. The dental and alveolar distinction in Bengali are found in the western dialect, but merged into alveolars in the eastern dialect in consonance with Assamese. Further, the aspirated ch is present in Bengali as well as the western dialect, but absent in eastern Goalpariya dialect and Assamese. Grammar. Gender. The nouns in Goalpariya language takes or as suffix to indicate feminine gender. If the noun ends in a vowel, it replaces the vowel with. If in consonant, its suffix is his feminine marker. For example, verbs. Verb. Kha simple present tense folk community and culture. The people who speak this dialect call themselves Deshi, a dominant section, leaving out the Bodost, Rubhas, Meks, Chortals and other communities of the region. They call the dialect as Deshi Bhasa. A section of these people are known as Rajbongshi, which means men of royal descent or Cochin origin. To trace the intermingling nature of this dialect, one can look at its words. For example, the word Kecha, meaning story, could have been derived from the Urdu word Kissa and transformed itself into the Goalpariya dialect. The Urdu influence may be traced to the Mughal general Mir Jumla, who, during his invasion of Assam, had pitched his military camp at Panbari in Dhubri district, probably due to the Panbari mosque which was used by Muslim soldiers. Indeed, a section of the Mughals had settled in the district and the process of acculturation followed. There are many other Arabic, Persian and Urdu words in use in the Goalpariya dialect, such as Roshan, Haram, Nasta, Cha, Chachi, Babi, Nana and Nani. These are particularly used by the Muslim community, who makes the major portion of population in the region. Geo-physical condition. There are some variations in the dialect as one moves from one place to another, which is not surprising as when there is a physical separation in terms of distance. According to Birendra Nath Dutta, the former president of the Assam Sahitya Sabha, the old district can roughly be divided into two zones, the eastern and the western, on the basis of variation in the dialects. The eastern zone is contiguous to the district of Kamrup and the western zone is closer to North Bengal. Thus, Moahilo in Assamese becomes Moihilung in the eastern zone and Moyasalong in the western zone. Moihilung resembles the dialect of Kamrup district and differs a little from that of the west zone. As the eastern zone is close to Kamrup district, it could not keep itself aloof from the latter's influence. In this context, the following examples will serve to show that the dialect of these zones have many points in common with that of Kamrup. Eastern Kamrup 1. API Hiligara Para Olor 2. Bhalamta Kaikal Western Kamrup 1. API Hiligara Para Ola 2. Bhalatmu Kaikalik. The western zone, on the other hand, being contiguous to North Bengal, could not remain unaffected from the Bengali influence. For example, Bengali words such as matha, paki and Assamese words such as dwa, chuli, bahan, which were used in early Assamese, are used by the people of Goalpara. There are some peculiarities in the dialect of Goalpara. For example, Uyakisakaib Moke Kamta Akaitakarai. Again, sometimes L becomes N in Western dialect, such as Lage becomes Naj and Lal becomes Nal, infusing another difference in the dialect. In the Goalpariya dialect, expressions such as pet-pata, tiktika are very common. It is worth noting that the Maithili word angcha, and Hindi words such as kawari and damat have directly entered into the Goalpariya dialect and are still found in the same form and carrying the same meaning. Bibliography.